Charlie the Caterpillar by Dom DeLuise, illustrated by Christopher Santoro. And there he is. There's Charlie. Charlie the Caterpillar. Look at him. He's fuzzy. One day, one bright and sunny day, Charlie the Caterpillar was born. The world looked very, very big to Charlie because he was very, very small. Because he was just born. Charlie soon found out how delicious green things tasted. As he was nibbling on a blade of grass, he could hear the wind whistling and the birds singing. He smiled. He was glad to be alive. Charlie decided to set out and see the world. So he looked to the left, he looked to the right, and then he went straight ahead. Soon, Charlie saw two monkeys. "Hi," said Charlie. "What are you doing?" "We're playing cards," they said. "Oh," said Charlie, "that sounds like fun. Can I play too?" "No, you can't," said the monkeys. "Why not?" asked Charlie. "Because you're an ugly caterpillar. Now get out of here." Charlie, for the first time in his very young life, felt bad. He sighed, and he would have shrugged his shoulders if he had any. He looked to the left, and he looked to the right, and then he went straight ahead. Pretty soon, he saw two rabbits hopping around. "Hi," said Charlie. "What are you doing?" "We're playing tennis," they said. "Oh," said Charlie, "that looks like fun. Can I play too?" "No, you can't," said the rabbits. "Why not?" asked Charlie. "Because you're an ugly caterpillar, and we don't play with ugly caterpillars. Now get out of here." Now, for the second time in his young life, Charlie felt bad. Very bad. His feelings were hurt. What is ugly? Wondered Charlie. He didn't feel ugly. He looked to the left, he looked to the right, and then he went straight ahead. Just then, Charlie saw two mice playing miniature golf. These mice were small, so they had to play miniature golf. "Hi," said Charlie. "What are you doing?" "We're playing golf," they answered. "Oh," said Charlie, "that really looks like fun. Can I play too?" "No, you can't," said the mice. "Why not?" asked Charlie. "Because you're an ugly caterpillar, and we really don't play with ugly caterpillars. Now get out of here." Charlie, for the third time in his now not-so-young life, felt very, very bad. In fact, Charlie started to feel ugly. No one wanted to play with him. So Charlie looked to the left, then looked to the right, and then he started to cry. Charlie wanted to be alone. He climbed up a tree and snuggled up into a small branch. He felt a little cold, so he went like this, and he went like that, and he went like this, and he went like that, and before you knew it, he had made himself a warm and wonderful chrysalis. Charlie was very sad about that ugly business. Why can't I just have a friend, he wondered. Charlie was so tired from all that wondering that he decided to take a nap. All of a sudden, snow began to fall and to cover everything with white. Winter had come, but Charlie was nice and warm in his comfortable chrysalis. Charlie dreamed that he had a best friend, and that they laughed and had fun together. After a while, the grass began to grow, the flowers began to bloom, and the birds began to have a party in the sky. Spring had come, and somehow Charlie knew it was time to wake up. He yawned. and stretched. And then, oh my goodness, pop, pop. Charlie looked to the left and he looked to the right, and oh, he had wings, beautiful wings, butterfly wings. Charlie had become a beautiful butterfly. Charlie fluttered his wings, and guess what? He flew up, up, and up. He laughed as he soared past the birds having a party in the sky. Charlie was flying high when he came upon the monkeys, who were still playing cards. "Oh, please come and play with us," begged the monkeys. "Why?" asked Charlie. "Because you're a beautiful butterfly," they answered. "No thanks," said Charlie, smiling. "I gotta get out of here." And he zoomed up, up, and away. The monkeys jumped back, looking miserable. Serves them right, thought Charlie. He did a couple of loop-de-loops, and then he came across the rabbits at their tennis game. "Oh, please," said the rabbits, "won't you come and play with us?" "Why?" asked Charlie. "Because you're a beautiful butterfly," they answered. "Not on your life," said Charlie. "I gotta get out of here." Then off he flew, leaving the rabbits looking very downhearted. Serves them right, thought Charlie. He circled around for a while, and then he saw the mice playing miniature golf. "Please, please, pretty please," pleaded the mice. "Do come and play with us." "Why?" asked Charlie. "Because you're really such a beautiful butterfly," they answered. "Sorry, not today," said Charlie. "I really have better things to do. Now I gotta get out of here." And he soared off, leaving the mice looking pitiful. Serves them right, thought Charlie. They all wanted to be his friend now because he was a beautiful butterfly, but they didn't know that they had been mean to Charlie when he was a caterpillar. If they want to be my friends just because of my beautiful wings, well, then they can't be real friends, thought Charlie as he fluttered in the spring sunlight. Just then, he heard someone crying. It was Katy Caterpillar. Charlie came closer. "Why are you crying?" he asked. "No one will play with me. No one wants to be my friend," wept Katy, "because I am such an ugly caterpillar." "I will play with you," said Charlie. And with a wink and a smile, he said, "I'll be your friend." "You will?" asked Katy. Whoopee! Then Charlie took Katy aside and told her all about becoming a butterfly. From that day on, Charlie and Katy played cards and tennis and even miniature golf together. They laughed and had a good time, just like in Charlie's dream. Katy was happy, and Charlie was very happy. He had truly found a real friend, a best friend. And that's the end. So we're going to take a peek over at our butterflies, and the sun sort of went away, so they're kind of hanging out and resting. I'm going to clip in, and then we will make our puddler and add these guys to our science journal. So let's see. Oh, that was pretty smooth. Okay. So this is a fancy puddler that, of course, my mom gave me for my birthday one year. And what you do is, it's a little place for butterflies to come and rest. You fill this little hole with water when you're watering your garden, and then since it's very shallow, the butterflies can stand on the edge and drink from this little cup. We'll see bees sometimes use this as a drinking fountain too, because all those insects have little stubby short legs, and if they get their wings wet, then they can't fly away. So the idea is to give them a place to stand so that they can drink without getting their wings wet in case they need to make a speedy getaway. So this one is one we bought. My mom bought it for me, but you can make one very easily. So all you need is a saucer. This is a plant saucer, but you can use any old dish that dad or mom don't want to use. It doesn't have to be, you know, it could be plastic, it could be whatever you have laying around. And then, because I was feeling lazy today, I'm going to use marbles. Whoops. And I'm going to put some marbles in the dish. Now, it doesn't have to be marbles. You could use seashells or river stones, or those things that come in, you know, in the bottom of vases. And basically what you want to do is make a little place for the butterflies and the bees to stand so their wings don't get wet. So there's the marbles, and then watch. Oops, that's a little too much. See, we want to make it so that they don't go in too deep. It's the same idea with a bird bath. There we go, that's a little bit better. So the butterflies can stand on the marbles or the rocks and unfurl their noses and drink. So you'd put this in like a sunny spot in your garden or on your deck, and you'd see who comes and visit it. So it's the same kind of idea. If you've got a really deep bird bath, you should put a few rocks in there too, because when wings get wet, whether it's bird wings or insect wings, makes it a little bit trickier for them to fly away. They've got to dry off first, and if there's predators around, that's not an ideal thing. So we're going to move our puddler away, and we're going to add our butterfly to our garden journal. So we've got our worm, got our caterpillar, we've got our chrysalis, and now we're going to add on this page our butterfly. Now we're going to do ours to kind of resemble our painted lady butterflies, but let's see if we can remember. So butterflies are insects, so that means they've got 3 body parts and 6 legs. So we're going to start with their body first. So we're going to make their head, and then we're going to make their thorax. That's sort of like their longish part, and then their abdomen. So they've got their 3 body parts. Now we know they've got 6 legs, but we're going to put the wings on top, so we're going to have to just pretend that the 6 legs are underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they've got antenna for sensing and smelling. And then they've got 2 big eyes on either side of their head. And then we're going to take their tongue, their tube tongue, and it's kind of like a party blower. It goes woo. So there we go. And now comes, we'll add some color. Our painted ladies have a brown fuzzy body. We'll make them a little bit brown. And then we're going to add the wings. Now, a lot of people think that the way to tell, and butterflies have 2 sets of wings. They've got two matching sets. Oh, and actually we ended up drawing the underside of the butterfly. So, a lot of people think that butterflies are brightly colored and moths are the plain ones. And that is one way to tell them apart, but that's not exactly true. So, let me finish. We'll color in our butterflies, and then I'll draw a moth. I'll make moth parts too. So, our painted lady is sort of orangey with some brown. So let me do some orange. And so there's 3 good ways that you can always tell a butterfly from a moth. So the first one is their behavior. Butterflies come out during the day. They are diurnal. They come out in the sunlight. They're very active on sunny days. Moths are nocturnal, so they come out at night. So if it's out during the daytime, it's a butterfly. If it's out at night, it's a moth. The second way you can tell the difference is with their antenna. So butterflies have little nubbins, little bumps on the end of their antenna. Moths have feathery antennas or antennae. So if it looks like that, it's a moth. If it looks like that, it's a butterfly. Our guys are butterflies, so I'm going to fix that. Oh, it looks a little fat, but you get the idea. I'll show you up close. The third thing has to do with how they hold their wings when they're resting. And all butterflies will rest with their wings either opened or closed. Moths only rest with their wings open. So I'll show you in our tank. Let's see if we can turn it. See how this one's resting with his wings up? And that one's resting with his wings up. These two, and there's one in the back resting with his wings up. These two are resting with their wings out. So butterflies will do it both ways, but generally moths, when they land, only will land with their wings spread flat. Butterflies usually will land with their wings up. So those are the three real tricks. It doesn't really matter what colors there are. There are very beautifully patterned moths, and there's very plainly patterned butterflies. It has more to do with what they eat and where they live than anything else. So this is our painted lady butterfly, and we're going to write butterfly along the bottom. So we need a B. That's a B. Now we need a like umbrella. That's a U. But T. And then another but. It's another T. Butter. E-R. Now we've got butter, and now we need to do fly. That's an F. Full L. And then we need the Y. Fly. Y. Y. Butterfly. So, we are going to let our butterflies go. There's a few places in my garden that I think that they would very much like, and I'm not sure if today is going to be a great day because it started to get a little cold and it looks like it's going to be rainy. So I think we're going to say goodbye to Millie, and we will let the butterflies go again tomorrow. That will also give me some time to fix the garden the way that I want. So Millie, come on out and say goodbye. Okay. Give him a boop.